Tomorrow's going to be perfect, I said, balancing the dessert tray with shaking hands. Ethan grinned. Perfect. You mean chaotic with frosting? I mean beautiful, I replied. I can't wait for tomorrow. Aunt Margaret stopped mid-step. The tray in her hands tilted, then steadied. What did you say? I can't wait for tomorrow, I repeated, smiling. Big day, her face drained. Don't say that. Why? I asked. It's just excitement. Mother laughed too quickly. Ignore her. Eat, everyone. Father tapped a glass. To family, to love. Ethan raised his glass toward me. To my crisis unit, I'm fine, I said, though my chest felt tight. Just happy, Aunt Margaret set down her tray with a clink. Words carry weight. Since when? I asked. Since always, she said, voice thin. Some doors open when invited, Margaret, Mother warned. Not tonight, don't joke, she snapped. Please, silence pinched the table. I forced a smile. Tell me your vows. He cleared his throat. I promise to show up on time and never pretend to like kale. I laughed. Romantic. I also promise to be brave, he added softly. That's better, I said. Brave is good. After dinner, I carried plates to the sink. Water roared. Ethan joined me with a towel. She's in rare form. Was it the phrase? I asked. Can't wait for tomorrow? He shrugged. She's superstitious. She was scared, I said. You saw her face. She's always intense, he said. Are you okay? Yes, I lied. Mostly, you don't have to carry me to the altar. I trained for this, I said. Squats and denial. He snorted. Tell me what you're actually feeling. Proud, I said. And a little like I'm losing you? You're not, he said. I'm adding, not subtracting. Then promise me you'll sleep. I will if you will, he said. Aunt Margaret hovered at the doorway. May I help? We're good, I said. She stepped in anyway, lowering her voice. Don't say you can't wait for tomorrow. Why? I asked, gentler now, because once someone said it here. She whispered, eyes on the floor. And tomorrow never came. My throat tightened. Who? Eat, Mother called from the dining room, bright and false. Dessert is melting. Aunt Margaret backed away. Please. Ethan's eyes met mine. Forget it, he mouthed. I couldn't. Later, I found her in the pantry, counting candles. Aunt Margaret, I said, what happened? She didn't look up. The past happened. It has long hands. That's not an answer. She breathed out. My sister once spoke like you. The night before her wedding. She said she couldn't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow didn't arrive. How? I asked. Rain, a road, a phone call, she said. A chain of little things. When people rush tomorrow, they stop seeing today. I wasn't rushing, I said. I was happy. Happiness is loud, she said. It drowns warnings. I'm not cursed, I said. No, she said, finally meeting my eyes. Just loved. That's why I'm afraid. I love him too, I said. Then keep him safe, she said. Keep your words soft. I can't walk on eggshells at his wedding. Walk on the ground, she said. Feel it. Ethan knocked and peered in. We hiding cake or wisdom? Both, I said. He grinned. Come sit with me. I need a co-strategist for tie selection. Go, Aunt Margaret said. Stay near him. We joined the others. Father played old music, Ethan whispered. Tie A or tie B? Tie C, I said, plucking a forgotten one from a chair. You always find the third door, he said. I try, said. Aunt Margaret watched us from across the room, hands folded tight. I could feel her fear like a draft. Dance with me. Ethan said. There's no music, I said. There is, if we decide there is. We turned in a small circle. Promise me you'll be there at the front, he said. I will, I said. I'll carry you if I have to. You better, he said, laughing. I'm counting on you. I rested my head against his shoulder. I meant what I said. I can't wait for it, don't, Aunt Margaret called, sharp as a bell. Forks paused. The room held its breath. I lifted my head. I hear you, I said. I choose my words. Her shoulders dropped, the smallest relief. Mother clapped her hands. Time to clean up. Big day tomorrow, I caught Ethan's sleeve. You good? Still brave, he said. You. Still proud, I said. And listening, he squeezed my fingers. Then we're fine. We stacked chairs. We checked lists. We exhaled slowly. Before bed, I stood by the door and called softly. Good night, Aunt Margaret. Passing the hall, answered without stopping. Good night. Keep today. I pushed my chair back from the breakfast table, still half asleep. Morning, I mumbled. Mother smiled thinly. Eat before it gets cold. Where's Ethan? I asked. Out with his best man, she said quickly. They'll be back soon. I reached for toast. Aunt Margaret stood by the window staring outside. Her fingers twisted a napkin. Did you sleep? I asked her. She turned, startled. I did enough. You look pale, I said. Is everything all right? I'm fine. Her gaze slid past me. Eat your food. I caught the way she leaned close to Mother. They must not know, she whispered. Lo, I almost missed it. Not now, Mother hissed back. I froze with the toast halfway to my mouth. Who must not know what? Mother's smile snapped back on like a mask. Nothing. We're discussing flowers. Flowers don't sound like a secret. I said. Everything is a secret to you, Aunt Margaret muttered. Because you make it sound like one, I said. Sharper than I meant. Mother cut in. Enough. Today should be calm. Calm feels impossible when people keep whispering, I replied. Mother's spoon clinked against her cup. You're imagining things. I'm not, I said. You said they must not know. Who's they? Her hand tightened around the cup. It changes everything, she murmured. I set the toast down. What changes everything? Eat, Aunt Margaret ordered. Stop treating me like a child, I snapped. Tell me no, she said firmly. Not today. Why not today? I asked. What's different about today? Because it's fragile, she said. I leaned forward. You mean Ethan's wedding is fragile? Or this family is? Both, she said after a pause. Mother's voice trembled. Please, don't push this. How can I not? I asked. I heard you. Aunt Margaret's eyes locked on mine. Cold. Piercing. Some truths weigh more than joy. Do you want to ruin his day? Of course not, I said. But I want honesty. Then wait, she said. You'll see soon enough. Her words dropped like stones in my stomach. That's not comforting. Truth never is, she said. Mother reached for my hand. Trust us. I pulled away. You're asking me to trust silence? Yes, she said quietly. The room fell heavy. I stood. I need air. Stay close, Mother pleaded. Why? Are you afraid I'll overhear more? Neither answered. I walked to the door. Aunt Margaret's voice followed. Watch your brother. Keep him near. Don't let him slip. I turned. Slip from what? From everything, she said. From us. From himself. Her eyes shimmered with something between fear and guilt. I couldn't read it, but it gnawed at me. I stepped outside, the morning air sharp in my lungs. The echo of her words wouldn't leave. They must not know. It changes everything. And for the first time, I wondered if I had ever really known my own family at all. The church bells rang, sharp and clear, and I straightened my tie. Ready? I asked Ethan, but his chair was empty. Where did he go? I muttered, glancing around the dressing room. His suit hung untouched. Mother rushed in. Is he here? No, I said, panic already rising. He was with you. He said he needed air. Double quotes, air. At a time like this, my stomach twisted. I'll find him. Stay calm, Father said, though his hands shook. He'll be back. Guests were already arriving. I stepped into the hall, scanning faces. Ethan? I shouted. Only whispers answered. I caught Aunt Margaret near the altar, her lips pressed tight. Where is he? I demanded. She shook her head. Gone? Gone where? Her eyes flicked to father. I told you this could happen. What do you mean? I snapped. You're repeating the same mistake, she hissed. What mistake? She froze, then whispered, Not here. Don't play games with me, I said. Tell me, father cut in sharp. Enough. We can't discuss this now. The wedding starts in 20 minutes, I said. And the groom is missing. Gasps rippled as words spread. Guests leaned toward each other, murmuring. What's happening? Someone asked. Where's Ethan? Another whispered. Mother's voice cracked. Everyone, please be patient. I turned on Aunt Margaret. You knew. I warned you, she said. You wouldn't listen. You warned me about words. Not this, I said. It's connected, she muttered. It always is. My head spun. You think a phrase made him vanish? I think patterns repeat, she said, trembling. History echoes. Stop talking in riddles, I said. Where is he? Her silence screamed louder than words. The officiant approached nervously. Shall we delay? Mother's lips tightened. We may have no choice. No choice? I shouted. This is his wedding. We can't just we can, Aunt Margaret said. Better no wedding than another disaster. What disaster? I demanded. She looked at me, haunted. Ask your father. I turned. What does she mean? Father avoided my eyes. Later. Not later, I said, voice cracking. Now, but before he could answer, the best man rushed in, out of breath. He's not outside. His car's gone. A cold wave washed over me. He left. He ran, the best man said, wide-eyed. No, I whispered. He wouldn't. He did, Aunt Margaret said grimly. Just like before. Before what? I shouted. Her face closed. It's starting again. The officiant shook his head. We must inform the guests. Mother's voice broke. No, please, but it was too late. The whispers turned into a storm. He abandoned her. Someone muttered, shameful, another said, disgrace. To the family, someone whispered louder. Each word sliced through me. I clenched my fists. Stop talking about him like that. People will talk, Aunt Margaret said coldly. Always. Not if I find him, I said. I'll bring him back. You won't, she said. Watch me. Mother grabbed my arm. Please don't cause more scandal, I said, shaking her off. He's my brother. Guests began to leave in clusters, murmuring like vultures circling a carcass. The bride's family stood stiff, their faces pale with rage. This union is impossible now, her father declared. No, Mother pleaded. Please, we'll fix it. There's nothing to fix, he said. Your son humiliated us. My chest burned. He wouldn't humiliate anyone. Something happened. Excuses, the man snapped. We are done. The bride sobbed quietly, her veil trembling. Wait, I begged. Please, give us time. Her father shook his head. Time's over? They walked out, leaving silence behind. I turned on my family. You all know something. Tell me no, father said, voice iron. Yes, I shouted. You do? Mother wept. Please, stop. Aunt Margaret's eyes gleamed with bitter triumph. You'll see soon enough. Tell me now, I said. No, she repeated. I slammed my fist on the table. Then I'll find out myself. The best man stepped forward. I'll help you. No, Aunt Margaret snapped. Stay out of it. You don't get to control this, I told her. She leaned close. Then be ready for the truth. It doesn't forgive. Her words chilled me. I staggered outside, the cold air biting. Guests scattered across the courtyard, whispering, pointing. My brother's name fell from their lips like poison. He ran, he failed, he broke her heart. I wanted to scream, but I swallowed it. I couldn't give them more to feed on. Instead, I whispered to myself, I'll find you, Ethan. Whatever they're hiding, I'll uncover it. I won't let them bury you in shame. The bells tolled again. Not for a wedding, but for something broken, and I swore, with every beat of my heart, that this story wasn't ending here. I cornered Aunt Margaret in the dim sitting room, the curtains half drawn. My hands shook as I held up the charred edge of a letter I'd found in the drawer. "What is this?" I demanded. Her eyes flicked to it, then away. "Paper. Nothing more." "Don't lie," I snapped. "Half the words are burned, but I can still read them. It changes everything." That's what it said. "Put it back," she ordered. "No," I said, my voice rising. "Not until you tell me why Ethan disappeared and why everyone keeps whispering." "You wouldn't." "Understand. Make me understand," I said. "I deserve to know." Her jaw tightened. "You don't understand what runs in our blood." My stomach dropped. "What does that even mean?" "Curses don't end," she muttered. "Curses." I laughed bitterly. "You expect me to believe some ghost story?" "It's not a story," she said. "It's history." "Then tell me the history," I pressed. "Tell me what happened." Her voice lowered. "There was another wedding. Long before you. Long before Ethan, it ended in ashes." "Who?" I asked. "Whose wedding?" She shook her head. "It doesn't matter." "It does to me," I said fiercely. "You think silence protects me? It's destroying me." Her hands trembled as she picked up a faded photograph from the mantel. She stared at it but didn't hand it to me. "Who's in that photo?" I asked. She finally placed it down. A young man smiled in black and white, arm around a bride I didn't recognize. "Your uncle?" she whispered. "He was meant to marry. He didn't." "Why?" Her lips pressed together. "Because he vanished too." I staggered back. "Vanished?" "Like Ethan." "Exactly like Ethan," she said. "That's impossible," I whispered. "Two weddings? Two vanishings?" "It's our blood," she said again, voice shaking. "Men don't make it to the altar." "No," I said, shaking my head. "That's not fate. That's someone's fault." "Yours, maybe." Her eyes blazed. "You dare blame me? You hide letters, you burn the past, you choke on secrets," I said. "How could I not?" "I burned what needed burning," she said coldly. "Some truths rot the living. You call this living, right? Ethan's gone, the family's in ruins, and you still think silence is mercy?" Tears welled in her eyes. "You think I don't suffer? I buried one brother, then another. I'll not bury yours." I froze. "Buried?" She bit her lip too late. "You said vanished," I said, my voice sharp. "Now you say buried? Which is it?" Her shoulders sagged. "Both. What happened to them?" I demanded. "I can't," she whispered. "You can," I said. "You owe me." Her hand brushed mine, trembling. "Leave it. Let it die." "No," I pulled back. "I'll dig until I find the truth, even if it kills me." She stared at me, pale as bone. "It just might." The words echoed inside me, colder than the burned paper in my hand. I backed away, my chest tight with fury and dread. And in that moment, I realized the betrayal was bigger than Ethan's disappearance. It was woven into the very blood of my family. I slammed the half-burned letter onto the dining table. "No more riddles. Tell me everything." Mother flinched. "Where did you find that?" "In your drawer," I said. "Hidden under old linens." "You've been lying. It wasn't meant for you." "Then who?" I demanded. "Who wrote it?" Aunt Margaret's voice cut sharp. "Stop asking." "No," I snapped. "Not until you explain why every wedding in this family seems cursed." Mother's eyes filled with tears. "Please don't. You think crying erases the truth?" I said bitterly. "You've all been covering it up." Father rose slowly. "Sit down." "I won't sit," I said. "Not until you answer me. Who was betrayed? Who destroyed a wedding before Ethan?" Aunt Margaret slammed her palm on the table. "It was my brother," I froze. "What happened to him?" Her voice cracked. "He was left at the altar. His bride ran off with another man the night before." I stared, stunned. That's it? That's the curse? A runaway bride? You don't understand, she hissed. It ruined him. He never recovered. He took his life. My chest tightened. And you hid that from us? Yes, she said fiercely. Because pain begets pain. If you'd known, you'd repeat it. That's insane, I said. Keeping it secret doesn't protect us. It destroyed us anyway. Mother grabbed my hand. Please, stop digging. It hurts too much. I pulled away. It hurts more not knowing. You think I wanted this? She whispered. I lost a brother. I nearly lost a husband. And now, Ethan, don't, I cut in. Don't make this about protecting me. You lied. Father's voice rumbled. We wanted peace. You gave me lies, I shot back. Do you know what it's like hearing whispers in your own home? Wondering why everyone looks at you with pity. Mother sobbed quietly. We thought silence was mercy. Silence is betrayal, I said. You betrayed me. You betrayed Ethan? Aunt Margaret shook her head. You think words fix anything? You think dragging bones out of the ground will save your brother? I think it will save me, I said. I can't live with shadows anymore. She leaned closer, eyes burning. Then hear this. Your brother knew. He found out days ago. That's why he ran. I staggered back. He knew? You told him? No, she said. He found the letters. He asked questions. Just like you. And he realized our blood carries ruin. No, I whispered. You poisoned him with fear. You poisoned him with your words, she shot back. You said you couldn't wait for tomorrow? You set it in motion. I slammed my fist against the wall. Enough with curses. Mother rushed to me, clutching my arm. Please don't turn this into hate. How can I not? I said, shaking her off. You lied my whole life. Ethan suffered because of it. And you want me to forgive? Forgive, or at least let go, she pleaded. Don't repeat what broke us. I can't, I said. Not this time. I won't bury another truth. The room fell silent. Every breath heavy with unspoken guilt. I stared at their faces, my mother's pleading eyes, my father's hollow silence, my aunt's rigid fear, and I felt my trust shatter like glass. You chose lies over love, I said quietly. I'll choose the truth, no matter how much blood stains it. No one spoke. I turned away, my heart pounding with rage and grief. Whatever secret had crushed them, I swore it wouldn't crush me, not anymore. I found Ethan by the river. You made me search everywhere. He didn't look up. I needed noise so my head would stop. I'm here, I said, sitting beside him. Tell me. You won't thank me. I don't want thanks. I want truth, he exhaled. There's a deal. Aunt Margaret and Dad? It's about me. My chest tightened. What kind of deal? They traded my future, he said, to save the company. Explain. The business is drowning, he said. They leveraged the house and warehouse. A lender stepped in with a condition. I bind myself to their family in a partnership I can't escape. A marriage? He nodded. A merger dressed as a wedding. Not with grace. With someone the lender names. If I accept, debts vanish and the company is absorbed. If I refuse, they call the notes and strip everything. I gripped the stone ledge. So today's wedding? A smokescreen, he said. A pause button while papers moved. If I married today, they'd claim breach and crush us. My mouth went dry. How long have they planned this? Since the week I proposed, he said. I found the term sheet in Margaret's desk. Show me. He pulled a folded copy from his jacket. Red lines screamed across clauses. Read, I skimmed, heat rising. Personal guarantees, forced transfer, liquidation. It's a leash. It's a collar, he said. Did Grace know? No, he said. I couldn't put that weight on her. She carried a broken ceremony anyway, I whispered. We all did. He winced. I ran, and I heard everyone. You ran from a cage, I said. They built it. Don't make a war, he said. If you expose this, the lender moves faster. The house is gone. Mother will say I killed the family. And if we stay quiet, I sign, he said. I become an asset they manage. That isn't life. It might be survival. I pressed my palms together. Let me fight. I can confront Dad and Margaret, call the lender, buy time. Make noise. Noise doesn't change the math, he said. Then we change the story, I said. Coercion matters. Shame matters. They will sue, he said. Dad will crack. Margaret will break. She already broke us with secrecy, I said. I won't live inside her silence. He rubbed his eyes. I'm tired. Lean on me. He rested his shoulder to mine. What do you want me to do? Choose yourself, I said. If I choose myself, I choose ruin for them. If you choose them, you erase yourself. He let out a breath that sounded like a wound. There's the blade. I can carry some, I said. Split the cut. You're not a soldier. I am when it's you. Promise you won't. Burn for me. I can't, I said. I already struck the match. He gave a hollow laugh. You always loved fire. I love you more, I said. He folded the paper. I keep hearing Margaret, be practical. Be a man. Do what our blood requires. Our blood requires truth, I said. Our blood requires survival, he countered. Survival isn't obedience, I said. It's adaptation. He stared at the water. What if my adaptation is disappearing? You vanish, and they still lose, I said. And I lose you. That's a triple failure, he swallowed. So what's left? Allies, I said. Grace deserves the truth. Her family might help. Imran understands contracts. Nabel knows street lenders. We map every lever and pull hard. You think a handful of names can fight this? I think light makes predators clumsy, I said. And attention buys time. And if it fails, then I fail loudly, I said. So you're not alone. He wiped his face. I hate dragging you in. I hate the collar on your neck. Will you confront them tonight? Yes. With or without you. I'll come, he said after a beat. I want to hear Dad say it. You might break. I'm already cracked. Let me choose where we stood. One more thing, he said. If this explodes, don't hate him forever. He thinks he's saving us. I'll hate what he chose, I said, and still be his child. And Margaret. I won't be her secret, he nodded. Neither will I. We turned toward home. My rage walked beside my love, and both held me upright. Where do we start? He asked. With truth, I said. We go home, put the papers down, and ask Dad who signed what. We record everything. Then we call lender and make them hear names. Not just debt. After that, we tell Grace. If she walks with facts. If she stays with a sword. He nodded. And if Dad begs us to stop, then he hears me say no. I dropped the folded contract on the dining table. Everyone sit. We're not leaving until this is done. Mother's voice trembled. What is this? It's the deal, I said. The one tying Ethan like livestock? I know everything. Father's face blanched. Who gave you that? Does it matter? You signed it? Ethan's voice cracked beside me. Tell them, Dad. Tell them what you sold me for. Silence pressed down. Then Aunt Margaret rose, her chin high. Enough. That paper saved this family. It killed it, I snapped. You turned Ethan into collateral. You don't understand business, she shot back. I understand betrayal, I said. And I understand lies. You've been weaving them for decades. Mother's tears spilled. Please stop. No, I said. Not this time. You all whispered while I stumbled blind. You let history repeat because you'd rather protect your shame than your children. Ethan slammed his fist down. Say it, Dad. Say you agreed to chain me to their family. Father's lips parted, then closed. His silence screamed louder than words. I turned to him. You watched her burn letters. You let her erase uncles and cousins from memory. You let her bury truth with silence. Why? He finally whispered, because survival demanded it. Survival? I spat. Survival of what? A name? A house? A business already rotting? Aunt Margaret's voice rose. You think you're strong enough to carry the burden? Truth destroys. Lies preserve nothing, I said. They destroyed Ethan's wedding. They destroyed trust. And they destroyed you, she faltered. I protected you, no, I said firmly. You controlled us. The room erupted, Mother sobbing, Father begging for calm, Ethan cursing under his breath. I raised my voice. Listen, it ends here. No more secrets. No more shadows. Aunt Margaret's hands shook. You don't know what you're unleashing. I do, I said. I'm unleashing light. Ethan's voice steadied. I won't sign. Not now. Not ever. Her face drained. You'll doom us all. We're already doomed, I said. At least this way, it's honest. Mother clutched my arm. Please don't tear us apart. I met her eyes. We're already torn. I'm just showing the wound. Father's shoulders sagged. He's right. We've lived in Margaret's cage too long. She spun on him. You coward. No, I said, stepping forward. You're finished. Her knees buckled, and she sank into a chair, whispering, I kept us safe. Safe from what? I asked. The truth? Your own guilt? She buried her face in her hands. For the first time, I saw it clearly. The power wasn't hers anymore. It was mine. The naive child was gone. The truth belonged to me now, and with it, the future. Mother clutched my arm. Please, let this end. We can't survive if you keep tearing at the wounds. End, I asked. It already ended. Ethan's wedding, our trust, every lie you fed us, it all collapsed. You're asking me to pretend it didn't happen? Ethan stepped between us. Don't burn them, please. You've done enough by exposing the truth. Let that be the punishment. I looked at him, torn. You still defend them after what they did to you? I don't defend them, he said quietly. I defend us. I want a life outside their chains. I don't want to waste it on revenge. Aunt Margaret lifted her head, eyes rimmed red. You think walking away frees you? Blood doesn't forget. You'll carry me, whether you hate me or not. Then I'll carry you as a warning, I said. Not as a master. Her lips trembled. I meant to protect. You meant to control, I cut in. You told yourself it was mercy. It was fear. And you let it poison every one of us. Mother's sobs filled the silence. We're a family. If you walk away, we lose everything. We already lost it, I said. I won't chain myself to the wreckage just to make you comfortable. Ethan touched my shoulder. So what will you do? I swallowed hard. I could destroy you all. I could send the contracts to the lender, to the press, to every person who whispered at the wedding. I could make sure no one ever trusts you again. Mother gasped. Please don't, but I won't, I said, my voice steady. I won't waste my life being what she became. I glanced at Aunt Margaret. She flinched. You want forgiveness? I asked. You won't have it. You want revenge? I looked at myself in the window's reflection. I won't have that either. I choose neither. Ethan frowned. Then what? I walk away, I said. I leave the truth where it belongs, on your shoulders. Let it crush you. Let it gnaw you alive while I finally breathe. Mother reached for me again. Don't leave us like this. I was already left, I said, pulling back. By your silence, by his betrayal, by her control. You left me long before I chose to go. Ethan's eyes burned with grief. Will I lose you too? No, I said softly. You're the only one I won't lose. You're the reason I survived this house of ghosts. He nodded, pain flickering. Then let's leave together, Aunt Margaret whispered, almost broken. You think dignity saves you? Dignity won't keep you warm. No, I said, but it will keep me human. The room sank into silence, thick with everything unsaid. My heart pounded, torn between rage and sorrow, but I felt clarity cut through me like a blade. I choose myself, I said. And for once, that's enough. I turned, my footsteps echoing against the hollow walls of the House I no longer called home? I passed the market square and heard the whispers. Margaret lied for years. She buried truth with her pride. Now look at her alone. I kept walking, though each word carried its own weight. At home, Father sat at the table, silent. You barely speak to her anymore, I said. She chose her path, he muttered. I have nothing left to defend. You let her lead, I reminded him. His shoulders sagged, and I paid for it. I found Aunt Margaret in the garden later, staring at withered roses. They don't bloom anymore, she murmured. Like your stories, I said. Her eyes flashed. You think you're above me now? I don't think, I said. I know. You fed us silence. Now silence feeds on you, she trembled. The community mocks me. Your father won't look at me. Even the church turns its back. You built that cage, I said. Now you live in it. Her voice cracked. I meant to protect. No, I said. You meant to control. Karma doesn't ask what you meant. It shows you what you did. She covered her face. Every night I hear their names, the brothers we lost, the children we failed. I hear them blaming me. They don't need to, I said. You blame yourself enough. Her hands dropped. And you hate me? I took a breath. No. Hatred keeps me chained to you. I don't carry you anymore. She looked hollow. Then what do you carry? Myself, I said. My choices. My future. The silence stretched between us, heavy, but no longer suffocating. Later, Ethan caught me in the hallway. She's falling apart, I know, I said. Will you help her? No, I said firmly. This is hers to face. I gave her truth. What she does with it is not mine to fix. She's our blood, he said softly. Blood doesn't excuse chains, I replied. She reaps what she sowed. He nodded slowly. And you? How do you feel? Free, I said. For the first time, I'm not afraid of their silence. That night, I walked past her room. She sat alone, clutching letters she once tried to burn. Her whispers carried through the crack in the door. I was wrong. I was wrong. I turned away, not out of cruelty, but out of clarity. Karma had already answered, and I finally understood. I didn't need revenge. The silence she built was the very silence that devoured her. Ethan caught me by the doorway. Are you really leaving? Yes, I said. If I stay, I drown with them. Where will you go? Anywhere the air doesn't reek of secrets, he tried to smile. You're stronger than me. No, I said. I just broke sooner. Mother appeared at the end of the hall, eyes red. Please don't go tonight. Stay, at least until morning. Morning won't change what's broken, I replied. Her voice cracked. We're still family. I met her gaze. Family isn't blood if blood is poison. I need peace, and I can't find it here. She reached for me. I was weak. I let Margaret rule. Forgive me, I don't carry hatred, I said softly. But forgiveness isn't chains. I won't wear them again. Ethan shifted uncomfortably. If you go, I'll follow. No, I said quickly. Not yet. You need to decide for yourself, not because I walked first. He frowned. We always faced things together. We still can, I said. But this step is mine. Father finally spoke from the shadows. You think freedom is outside these walls? You'll find disappointment waiting. I'd rather fail free than succeed shackled, I answered. He lowered his head. Perhaps you're right. Aunt Margaret's door creaked. She stood pale, clutching a candle. Running doesn't erase blood. You'll regret this. I looked her in the eye. Regret belongs to you, not me. Her lips quivered, but no words came. She closed her door, and the click felt like an ending. I turned back to Ethan. Promise me one thing. What? He asked. When the weight finally crushes them, don't let it crush you too. Step out before it buries you. He nodded reluctantly. I'll try. I rested a hand on his shoulder. That's enough. I gathered nothing but my coat. No photographs, no heirlooms. Every object felt soaked with lies. The front door groaned as I pulled it open. Cold air rushed in, sharp and clean. Mother whispered, "Will you ever come back?" "Not to stay," I said. "This house will always belong to silence. I can't live inside it." The night swallowed my words, and for the first time I felt light. Ethan called after me, "What now?" I stepped onto the path. Now I breathe. Now I build. He hesitated, then said, "And tomorrow?" I stopped, turned, and smiled faintly. Tomorrow is mine to shape, and no one can take it from me again. I walked down the road, the house shrinking behind me. Each step felt like shedding chains. The weight of betrayal still pressed against my chest, but beneath it, something stronger grew: my own voice, my own choice. The wind carried the whispers of the past, but they no longer bound me. I was free.